Hey everybody, and welcome back to another speed build. This time slightly different. We're doing a shell challenge today. This shell challenge was set by LissyBuilds and it's her 500 shell challenge. So I decided that I would walk you through my idea for this one. I sat and stared at this shell for so long, longer than I care to admit. Trying to work out what I was going to do with it. And at first I thought maybe I would do like a small little cottage, but then I changed my mind and I decided I'd go for a community lot instead. I haven't done a shell challenge as a community lot for a while, and there were some pack restrictions as well. So after taking all that into consideration, I decided that I was going to do like a little witchy magic shop with like the paranormal and the realm of magic packs mostly. So I decided to put in the doors and the window and do the roofing first because, as we all know, I hate roofing. But surprisingly, it wasn't that difficult. I thought it was going to be a lot harder to roof this one, but it came to me quite quickly, so I was rather proud of myself for that one. But you can see I'm just working out the terrain here. I did raise the shell up and put it on the second story and then lowered it down so that I could put it on a higher terrain. And from there, I've added in a path and a little bit of the exterior, doing some of the landscaping. I decided I wanted a fair amount of landscaping to try and hide the fact that it was on a hill. And this took a lot of time, as most landscaping builds do. I'm really annoyed with the fact that we can't put plants on hills really well. I know that some people have found a workaround by putting the plants there and then raising it up or down. Some people, I think, use like the platforms to do it, but I just wish we could do it as it is, like just in the game without any of the hacks, just to be able to pick whatever plant you want and for it to just go on the hill. But anyway, I managed to, I think, work it out pretty well. It's relatively concealed. Like I said, it did take a while, and I had a specific color palette in mind. I wanted to do like red and blue the outside, so you can see a lot of those colors going into the flowers and the bushes here. And I added in a few rocks to sort of break it up a bit and hide some of the areas that I couldn't get the plants to sort of cover. Then I was playing around with the chimney. I don't know if you guys notice this or if it happens to you. If you place the chimney on the roof and then you decide, nope, I don't like it there, I'm going to move it, it like jumps up a level, and then if you like click it so that it like drops down and then you pick it up again, it jumps up even higher. So I'm forever using Control 0 to get it back down where I want it. But managed to get it to somewhere where I thought it was okay. And then, yeah, went back to the landscaping. It was a right job, I must say. But I think it turned out pretty well. So I've been checking out some of the other builds from other people who have participated in this shell challenge, and there are really some good ones out there. Someone's done like a little cottage, and a couple of people have done like tree houses, and some of them have gone for a really modern look, while others have kind of gone for more of a country cottage vibe. I really love shell challenges because there is so much room for the imagination and people view things so differently. So I look at this build and I see obviously what I'm creating here, but somebody else will look at the same shell and come up with something totally different. And I love that. So I was working here to try and create a sign to sort of say, hey, magic shop. And it kind of dawned on me, people who make like the custom gallery art, surely there's a way they could make like custom signs. Is that not a thing? I will have to go and look at it and see if there's such a thing on the gallery, but that would be so cool if the signs were able to be customized like that. Because I know we get a few with Get to Work, but they're just not, I don't know, they don't have very good pictures, in my opinion. The fact that when you click on, like, you've got like 4 signs to choose from and they all have a different picture, and that's it. That's what your choices are. I just really wish we had more. I say this all the time. I know I'm bad. But I do. I want so much more from the game. Just working on the curtains now, the blinds, whatever you call them, drapes. I bought the red and the blue theme inside, and if any of you watched my last video where I toured the Handyman Challenge homes, I made comment that I struggle to put 2 different wallpapers in a room. So I've tried to do it. I think it works. You'll have to let me know what you think. You guys are the experts on that, not me. But I think it worked out okay. I kind of went for something like plain on most of the walls, plainish, and then a pattern on the other. So hopefully, I think it worked out well. Like once I get all the furniture in, I'm sure it will blend in just fine. And now it's time to start the interior. So I wanted a little seance circle over here, and I wanted it to feel quite cluttered. Being that it was a small space, I had to be very careful with the items that I chose to put in. And I wanted it to have a bit of a witchy vibe, I guess. And I didn't think I would like red and blue together, but it works quite well, I think. So for those of you who have been watching or following my builds for a while now, you'd probably know that I'm usually on the big front. Like, I like to do the big houses, the big mansions, things like that. But recently I've been trying really hard to do smaller builds. So this was actually a really good challenge for that, because it forced me to stay small. I know we were allowed to put the shell on like a bigger lot and do something larger, but I thought, no, stick with the small lot and try and just, keep it small and simple. So it was a bit of a struggle for me because my brain just thinks big. And I was like, oh, I could add this on over here. And oh, if only I could put another room there. But that's the thing I love about challenges. They take you outside of your comfort zone and they make you think. I actually think I've become a better builder from, taking part in challenges and setting them as well. So I must admit, challenges are one of my favorite things to do. And I'm just adding in a few final touches. I usually, when I start a build like this, I will put in all the furniture, put everything where I want it, and then I go for the debug menu, because those people who use it would know that it's rather large, and while some people have a mod that sort of filters through it a bit better, I don't use mods. So for me, it's literally a matter of scrolling through the never-ending debug menu to find what I want. So yeah, I like to leave it to last, because once I put those 2 cheats in, it becomes rather difficult to locate items. And I'll just start at the top. We'll pick a pack. I filter by pack often now, just trying to work my way through. And then, of course, I come up with an idea when I see these debug objects and have to go back and add it in. So in this case, the shelves there. And then, of course, you have to go back into the debug menu and try and find where you are at. Always so fun. But I did my little bit inside, and then I thought I'll just go back out and check the outside again. And of course, I wasn't wasn't convinced that I had done everything that I could. So I always forget the lighting. Don't ask me why. You would think that it was something that you would remember because, you know, it gives it a whole different feel, but I always forget to do the lighting. But thankfully I remembered to add it in. And I like to put the little lights, like the round floor lights, into the garden beds to make the gardens pop a bit more with colour, especially at night. But we are coming to the end of this build now. It is going to be up on the gallery at DeeK Sims. I did change my name on the gallery. I didn't know you could do this, but I was listed on the gallery as DeeK 1818, and then I found a way to do it. I changed it to DeeK Sims, so now it lines up with all my other socials, and I think it's going to make it much easier to share and show my builds. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed what you saw and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe, and also click on that notification bell so you don't miss out on new content. You can also check me out on my socials.